Next principle is principle of order. Order here does not mean command. First of all, order in this principle does not mean command. That does not mean giving order to someone. Order means orderly arrangement for men and material. That is fixed place for everything and everyone in the organization. Here order means everything should be kept at its right place. There should be a fixed place for everything in the organization, every person in the organization, and that should be at their place only. Order is of two types, material order and social order. Order is of two types, that is material order and social order. Material order means to keep each and every material at its fixed place. There should be a fixed place for each and every material thing. Suppose you are going to find out hammer in the organization, so obviously you are not going into the manager's room to find the hammer. Obviously it will be available at the factory side only. So there should be fixed place for everything. Suppose in our school only, if we'll take an example, we have to get the chalks. So where you are going to get the chalks? From the reception only. If you need to pay your fees bill, then where you are going to pay your fee? Only at the reception of the school. If you will go into the library, there will be different racks as per the subject. You can find out the books according to the subject in the racks. That is called material order. Then second is social order. Social order is related with men or employees. It is related with the human resource. There should be fixed cabin or seat for every employee in the organization. That means if you need to search any employee in the organization, you must be knowing where he used to sit, which is his cabin or which is his seat. So there will be no wastage of time. Simple example, if you have to meet Shweta ma'am in the school, where you are going to search her out? Obviously you will be going on the second floor in the examination room only. And if you want to meet me in the school, where will you search me out? You will find me out, you will try to find me out on the first floor, either in the fourth or fifth class or in the staff room, or as per my timetable where I will be available, you will be moving there only to find me out. So this principle says that there should be a proper place for everything and everything should be at its accurate place. So you can see in this figure, like this figure exactly shows like pink files in pink box, red files in red box, orange yellow files in yellow box, green files in green box. So that means there should be a proper arrangement of the things. Now if someone has to find out the yellow file, then I'll simply say you will get the yellow file in the yellow box. So there will be no wastage of time in searching the things. What are the positive or negative effects of this principle? First is no wastage of time and energy. If everything will be at its right place, so there will be no wastage of time, no wastage of person's energy in searching the person or searching the things. Suppose I have given you the example of searching Shweta ma'am. If you will be aware that she will be available in that particular room or in 9th or 10th class only, then you are not going to roam here and there in the corridors of first floor. You are not going to waste your time and energy in searching her over there. So smooth and systematic working. Second thing is, as there will be no wastage of time and energy, the working will also be going smooth. What are the negative effects? First negative effect is wastage of time and energy. First of all, there will be wastage in time of energy if this principle will not be followed. If right person will not be given a proper cabin, if things will not be at their right place, then there will be wastage of time in searching the things or searching the person, and not able to meet the people at right time. Or sometimes it happens that we are in dire need of meeting the person that is very much important for taking a particular important decision, or sometimes it is very much important for doing some work, but we were not able to find him out on time. So there will be wastage of time and we will not be able to meet him or complete the work according to that particular time. So this was the principle of order. Now comes principle of equity. Equity refers to kind, fair, and just treatment to employees. Equity means we should be kind to the employees, we should be fair with them, and we should do just treatment with the employees. There should not be any biased treatment with them. Employees give their maximum efforts when they are treated equally. This is a very hard fact. If employees, all types of employees in the organization are treated equally, then they give their 100%. They give their maximum efforts to their work. Biased manager leads to dissatisfaction among employees and employees fail to contribute to their maximum capacity. In case the manager is biased, that means he is doing biased nature, he is having biased nature, he is discriminating among the employees. किसी को कोई ज़्यादा preference देता है, किसी को कम preference देता है. In that case it leads to dissatisfaction among employees. Employees कभी satisfied नहीं होते, dissatisfied होते हैं, and then they do not contribute towards their work. अपने work पे 100% focus नहीं करते वो. Equity does not mean equal salary to peon and supervisor. Please do not consider it wrong कि equity means giving equal salary to every person, whether he is doing a grade job or B grade job, C grade job. Equity only here means no biasness among people on the basis of gender, on the basis of religion, on the basis of nationality, caste, like this. This is called equity here. Equity means same disciplinary rules, leave rules, irrespective of their grade, position, and gender. So it means same rules to be followed by everyone in the organization. If rule is there for a PRT, primary teacher, the same rule should be there for a TGT, same rule should be there for a PGT. Similarly, there should not be any discrimination among employees. Equity means no discrimination on the basis of religion, gender, language, caste, belief, or nationality. So you can see this example here. What is equity? You can see there should not be any discrimination on the basis of gender or on the basis of religion. So positive and negative effects. First of all, positive effects. Employees gets satisfied if there will not be any discrimination. All employees are treated equally. Then they feel satisfied. Second thing, motivate the employees and boost up their morale. That means it motivates the employees. Yes, organization treats us equally. We should give our 100%. उनका morale boost होता है, motivation उनको मिलती है. They try to give their 100% to their work. Then is dissatisfaction among employees. If they are not treated properly, then the employees feel dissatisfied. Then increase in turnover. Turnover means frequent changes in the job positions. Employees start leaving the company. Unhealthy relation between superior and subordinate. Second thing, last thing is there will be poor relationship among superior and subordinate. Next principle is stability of tenure. Stability of tenure, that means employee should be there in the organization for a good time period. He should be given proper time to adjust in the organization. This principle says no frequent termination and transfers. We should not frequently terminate any employee, or we should not frequently transfer the employee from one branch to another. Feeling of job security among employees. Second point is there should be feeling of job security among employees. Because if there will be job security among the employees, obviously they will give their 100% to their work. In the absence of job security, अगर उनको job security नहीं होगी, उन्हें डर लगा रहेगा मन में हर वक्त कि हमें कभी भी job से निकाल सकते हैं कुछ भी, employees will not give their maximum. वो अपना maximum कभी भी नहीं देंगे. Frequent turnover of employees is bad for the organization. सबसे important चीज, if employees will be changed or terminated frequently, बार बार उन्हें job से निकाला जाएगा, change किया जाएगा employees को, it is not good for the organization also, because organization will not be able to achieve the organizational goal, as well as कहीं ना कहीं बाहर market में organization की goodwill भी spoil होगी. And avoid frequent transfer of rotation also. Secondly, company को avoid ये भी करना चाहिए कि they should not frequently transfer or rotate any employee within the organization also. Then is this is stability of tenure, like employees are not satisfied with their work, they are quitting, or the management is not satisfied with the work of the employees, so they are quitting. Simply बच्चे, stability of tenure of personnel means the employee should be given a sufficient chance, time to adjust in the organization, and they should not leave the job frequently. Then is positive and negative impacts. First is improves efficiency. If employee will remain in the organization, first of all he will learn the work, and then after learning it will improve his efficiency as he will continuously doing the same work. Second is no wastage of time and resources, because it's the same employee is working in the organization, he is aware about the working system of the organization. There is no wastage of time and energy in giving the training to that particular new employees. Then is negative effects. Frustration and dissatisfaction among employees. If employees are changed again and again, there will be frustration and dissatisfaction among the employees. And second thing is wastage of time and resources in learning a new job, hiring a new employee again and again, and then giving them training again and again. That leads to wastage of time as well as resources. So these were the positive and negative effects of the principle of stability of tenure.